For 2 weeks in July, Winnipeg's Exchange District transforms into a hub of theatre, music, and artistic freedom. The annual Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival. Hundreds of performers, behind-the-scenes artists, and volunteers make this an iconic part of summer here in Manitoba. But the heart of Fringe isn't only about which shows to see, it's about the community behind it, both on and off the stage.
I've seen many shows over the years at the Fringe, and some of them are my top shows I've ever seen. Some of them are also some of the worst shows I've ever seen, but that's the nature of Fringe, as long as artists are doing their best. I'm Chuck McEwen, executive producer of the Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival, and I believe this is my 31st Fringe that I've worked over the last 38 years.
For people that don't know what a Fringe Festival is, how do you want to explain it to them?
So a Fringe Festival is an independent performing arts festival that includes a wide variety of indoor productions that include regular plays, dramas, comedies, musicals, stand-up, improv, puppetry, cabaret, magic, you name it, it's at the Fringe. The original Fringe started in Edinburgh, Scotland, over 70 years ago, and from that success giving artists the opportunity to perform, it spread around the world, and now in Canada alone we have over 20 Fringe festivals.
Were you here for the first Winnipeg Fringe?
Second.
Second,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. My first year was 1989. I was the stage manager for the University of Manitoba production that they submitted. And that year, I got to see so many amazing shows from around the world. I got hooked, and I've been part of the Fringe ever since. What I think is special about Winnipeg Fringe primarily is our audiences. They are so supportive. From our very first year, they came out to this wild, wacky thing that they didn't know what it really was, the Fringe Festival, and supported these young, independent artists from here in Manitoba, from across Canada and around the world, and just gave it a shot. Anybody can put their name into the hat to do a show. So we have a lot of university students, recent graduates, independent professional artists and theater companies, as well as touring artists from around the world who are trying to cobble together a summer tour of 3 or 4 months, going to maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 Fringe festivals.
And why is it so important to have people of just such varying experiences be able to put up shows like this?
Well, part of the wonder of theater is bringing people together and learning and sharing from the art on stage. And so there's 2 ways that works. It allows the artists to see what other artists from around the world or across the country are creating and how they're creating. There's that great way of deciding, I like that little tip or that idea. And it's also great for the audiences because they get to see how artists from different communities tell their stories and what those stories are. So it's a really unique environment. We give the artists complete creative freedom to tell their stories the way they want to tell them. And we also give the audiences the ability to say, this is a hot show, this is not so much a hot show.
How have the stories changed?
That's a very good question. You know, some stories are topical to the year or the past years and what's happening around the world. But by and large, I think a lot of the stories stay the same because they're personal stories, right? They're about challenges and opportunities that are universal.
There's been some really hilarious discounts through the years.
Yes.
I think the most memorable one was you could get into a show for free if you came nude with just like a sock covering your private parts. And one senior citizen gentleman did that and got into the show for free.
That doesn't happen anymore, does it?
My name is Danielle Carrier, and I started volunteering with the Winnipeg Fringe in 1989. I've been a patron since 1988 when it was the first year of the Fringe, and so this is year 36 of my volunteer stint.
I'm Debbie Woodbine. I started volunteering for Fringe in 2014, and I have volunteered 8 summers out of the 11.
You see unique things like that in the program. It hasn't happened in a few years. This one was about 8 or 9 years ago, but the last day, this gentleman was walking down the street with a sock, and yeah.
That is brave. That is very,
very brave. I would not be doing that. I would be paying full price.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
The Fringe allows me to be me in any which way I am, and I love that.
Over time, you start making some pretty solid friendships with the other volunteers and with some of the patrons and with some of the performers as well. They had us at the warehouse theaters where we had the orientation. And it is, okay, everyone, we want you on the street. We're going to take a photograph of you from the roof, right? So we'll be on the ground looking up at the roof. We're going to take a picture of you. It'll be great. and we're all there, and we're all, you know, bright, happy, shiny people looking up at the camera, and this huge bucket of water comes pouring down on us. It's like, ah!
The mention of the water brought back a kids' Fringe memory that I love. Thunder started, and a lot of kids don't like thunderstorms, and we're under our tents and whatnot. And in order to have the kids not realize the thunder so much, I'm like, okay, are you ready? We're gonna make more noise than the thunder. Come on, everyone, come on. And I got them banging tables so much that we were louder than the thunder. The storm went by, and we were all having fun.
You get to see the magic, like what happens behind, like the magic tricks behind the scenes that most people wouldn't realize is happening when you watch it from the audience.
It is the friendliness, the people, the creativity, the atmosphere of Fringe, and the togetherness. That part about getting to see the people that you've seen over the years. We were talking earlier how with Fringe, you might not see anyone between one summer and the next, but it's like you haven't been apart.
Are you ready to Fringe? A couple people over here, maybe. I think we can do a little bit better than that. Are you ready to Fringe?
The Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival has always been about taking chances on new works, new ideas, and on yourself. For artists, it's not just about what happens on stage, it's about everything it takes to bring a show there. The planning, the setup, the nerves, and the hope that when the lights come up, it all connects.
I'm Kara Joseph,
I'm Manette Gauthier.
and our show is Sugar Boys, a boy band musical.
The show follows a sort of washed up boy band, I guess is the best way to describe them, after a tragic event happens, and one of the main characters actually passes away.
Glenwood was crushed by a falling set piece in what the band is calling a tragic choreography accident.
I play the character of Playboy, which he's sort of like a raunchy, womanizing, I don't know, a sex icon, I guess, is the best way to describe him, if that's okay.
The thing about this show that's really special to me is that on the surface, it's really fun, it's really silly and energetic, but there's so much heart to it. It's a story about friendship and it's a story about loss.
I was a fool to think there's time for feeling joy.
I can't believe I thought that we'd always be boys.
It's been a really special thing to be able to kind of connect with each other and experience our own relationship to loss and grief as we navigate this show.
There's so many funny moments, and it's just really fun. It all starts with the inception of an idea, and the way that JHG comes together with forming their ideas is usually through like a pitch session. So it usually ends up that we're all at somebody's house or sometimes here at the Gargoyle and we're just riffing on ideas. I don't remember who exactly came up with the idea. I think it was Ian, our technical director, but he came up with the idea of boy bands, and we kind of riffed on that idea a little bit, and that's kind of how the inception of Sugar Boys came to be.
We try to avoid a lot of the kind of traditional rehearsal stuffiness and really allow ourselves to be really creative and free and fun. It's a 15-minute setup, a 15-minute teardown, and it is like panic-inducing a little bit every time we arrive at the theater. Please be careful.
I can't help from here on in.
Oh no. Oh, okay, okay, whoa. There's a lot that goes into it. So, you know, for example, on our opening night, we forgot a really important set piece. We just didn't bring it up onto the stage, and I think we played it off pretty cool.
Played it off so cool. Thankfully, Andrew, who's the owner of the Gargoyles, saved our butts. Obviously, things like that can happen because it's live theater. That's the beauty of live theater too, right? We just kind of always try to push our boundaries and see what we can do, which is really great. And Fringe provides an awesome platform to do that.
The house opens and it's go time. We've got people pouring in, and I'm just making sure that, you know, our fog machine is working and that all the music and the program's up, and then it's showtime.
I know that there's a lot of women throwing themselves at me, but none of them quite have your assets, so please don't worry.
I'm never gonna let you down. What it puts you through and
Sleep won't
find out.
Sorry, I was gonna go right back into it.
Post show, how did it go?
Aw, so good. Coming down from that post-show high.
Yeah, we always have really, really responsive audiences. You know, we start them off feeling like we're at a concert, right? So everyone is just ready to whoop and yell for us, and it really helps like take us through the show. So I love that. It always feels really good.
Yeah, I think the word that I've been using to describe this show so far is electric, and it truly feels electric. Like, when you're coming out and playing a boy band, obviously, you're like, the audience is treating us a little bit like pop stars, and it feels like that. It feels really fun to be able to like hear people screaming for us before we even enter the stage, which is crazy.
It feels incredible every single time. Like every single show feels magical.
Yeah, it's something that we definitely don't take for granted. But like even yesterday, we had a Monday at 10 p.m. show. And I think we had 5 seats left in the audience. Monday at 10 p.m., it was crazy. I came up, like during curtain call, I teared up because it was so nice to just like feel the support of Winnipeg audiences and see people supporting theater. Every year, I feel like it surprises us. Our shows are accessible to a bunch of different audiences, and I think that anyone coming to see a JHG show is in for a good time.
Creating things never gets boring because you're always doing something new. You're always kind of playing with your brain in new ways and stuff. And so I think it's really special. Yeah.
Tick tock, tick tock, is that the answer or the question? Is the clock trying to teach me a lesson, or is it just using its hands as best as it can? Just going through the motions that it doesn't understand. I recently came to the epiphany that I am very seriously running out of time. That's why We're out of time.
One of the things that makes the Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival so unique is it's never the same experience twice. Every year brings new shows, new performers, and new surprises. And for Fringe goers, part of the fun is seeing where the day takes you and who you meet.
Who could resist this? The fun, the energy.
First and foremost, it's all about the community. It's about showcasing your art.
This mysterious world pops up with its own rules, and you have an adventure.
What I love about it is everyone's so supportive, and it's such a safe space, really, yeah. My name is Javel Balani, and I'm a singer-songwriter performing at the Fringe tonight.
I am Captain Braggadocio, your outdoor stage host. Not a large pirate, just a pirate at large.
What do you love about Winnipeg Fringe?
Oh, what's not to love? I love the people. I love meeting new people, and I love seeing their creative visions. There's so much happening.
This is genuinely one of my favorite festivals to play at. Mainly because the energy is great and I love playing with my band.
For people that have never been to Fringe before, what can you tell them about what the energy is like here?
There's something that you'll like. Whether you meet a new friend or whether you see a new show, there's something here that is going to make your spirit sing and dance with joy.
How'd you get your name?
I stole it. I'm a good pirate, I stole it.
My hope for Winnipeg is to become a trademark for the arts. Representation is a big factor for me. I want to be able to inspire other Filipino artists that this is something possible, that this is something that they deserve to be on that stage and they deserve to take up that space.
You're Good for Nothing, I'll milk the cow myself. And it's a love letter to my mother. And I go on stage, I complain about my family, and then I make you cry a little bit.
Why Winnipeg?
Winnipeg has a fabulous reputation all around the world, especially at the Fresno Road. And I just heard this was a place to come if you wanted to meet really cool audiences and have a chance to sell out. Hi, I'm Natasha Rock. I'm a performer here at the Winnipeg Fringe. I come from France, je suis française. Et moi, je viens du nord de la France. I come from the north of France.
Okay, so the story goes, my clown teacher, he is an avid fringer, and he gave me a scholarship, and he was like, come to Winnipeg, find other fringes. So he kind of pushed me out the door, the artistic door. Hi, I'm a performer at Winnipeg Fringe, and my name is Jasmine Bang. I'm originally from Fresno, California. Oh my God. Yes, and that's where a lot of Hmong folks live. So Hmong Class 101 is a solo play. It is about my Hmong American identity. I tell a little bit about my family story coming to America, and I teach a little bit about the Hmong culture as well.
Okay, can we please talk about your outfit?
Yes!
I love this. What? Please tell me everything.
Okay, so my grandmother made this embroidery, and she made this whole top. There's also like an apron that comes with it, but I'm a modern style today. So this is called a sao. It's like our traditional necklace that we wear. A lot of Hmong folks wear it, and we wear something like this every year for our Hmong New Year. My hat is from my aunt, and she also handmade this. And then, yeah, my coins. You wear coins to symbolize wealth, and you know, we have a lot of layers to symbolize that we're well fed, and you can possibly find a partner at Hmong New Year sometime.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
There are people here who are trying to be on stage, who haven't been performers their whole lives, and who are really like finding themselves on the stage. And it's really this moment of pure liberation and pure joy about sharing your story, your experience, your world with people all around, and it's life-changing.
Yeah, I don't think this happens often, especially in the Hmong community. I think we hear a lot of Hmong stories in film and in literature, but we don't really get theater that's based on of Hmong people. A big part of my show is that, you know, embracing who you are is part of being the future and part of sustaining your culture, making sure that we're alive and, you know, living the dream and paying tribute to our ancestors.
Every day you get to meet a different person and you get to have your mind expanded a little bit and remember that we're all different, but we all share so much, you know? Theater is so important to our communities and we need more theater, we need more understanding, so yay.